Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking at the NBA Prize Picks plays for Tuesday, April the 18th. We have a three-game slate today. Second game of the Celtics-Hawks series, Cavs-Knicks, and also the Suns and Clippers. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, enjoy the videos. Appreciate it if the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out other links down below in the description. And let's go ahead and get into it. So first prop that we're looking at is taking a points prop and going over to that Cavs-Knicks game. Cavs trying to avoid losing both games at home. You know, you're going to see their starters play heavy minutes, and Donovan Mitchell is always shown out in playoff games. He's always taking a ton of shots, playing big minutes. He's headed into the series on a very high note, scoring 40 in 4 straight, almost had that in game 1. But it's just going to be on the shoulders of Donovan Mitchell and Garland to do a lot of the scoring. And against the Knicks, it is what you could expect to be a lower scoring, more defensive affair, but with the extra minutes that Mitchell will play in what is really, quote unquote, not a must win, but they really don't want to head to New York down 0-2, so I could see him playing well over 40 minutes today, as it should be another pretty close game. Looking over at points, rebounds, and assists, another guy that played really well for the Suns and did a little bit of everything was Kevin Durant. He got off to a terrible shooting start, missed his first at least 5 or 6 field goal attempts, and then was finally started to get it going in the second half more so. But he still almost had a triple-double. Him and Chris Paul both almost had a triple-double, which would have been cool if they both did in a loss. But this game is what you could see be one of the higher scoring games out of the three today. Probably has the best chance of being the most high-scoring game. And you get Durant playing, he played in the mid-40s in game 1. You should see something similar. They were pretty, the Clippers, they have a lot more depth than the Suns. Suns have no bench. Shemet was the only guy that played more than 10 minutes for them off the bench. So the Suns, they really need to rely on Durant and Booker, especially to play heavy minutes and do a lot of the scoring and facilitate a little bit as well and rebound. So I like Durant over PRA. Going over to fantasy score, you got Russell Westbrook. He shot just 3 of 19, but he had the game-saving block or game-winning block. They still would have been up by 1 had Booker made that, but that sealed the game. He also gives you assist opportunities, rebounds at a high percentage for a guard, always one of the best rebounding guards in history. He'll give you some defensive stats, and he's going to play big minutes. So even though he was struggling shooting-wise, they've shown a lot of confidence in him, giving him still those big minutes, and he will be a force. He always plays 110%, so he will be a force defensively, making life difficult for Booker or making life difficult for Chris Paul. Get some steals, some blocks. I think 37.5 looks pretty good. Taking the over. Back over to points, rebounds, and assists. One guy that I don't mind taking the under on is DeAndre Ayton. His number's at 28.5. He's just a spot where he's going to get less shots now that Booker and Durant are both there, and they're playing 40-plus minutes. You should see them at least play in the 40s, if not 44 today. He's going to lose some rebounds to Durant. We saw Paul have rebound a lot. Booker will rebound some as well. And he's just not going to get a ton of assist opportunities anymore with Booker, Paul, and Durant doing a lot of that. So he might chip in with a little bit of in each category, but I like taking the under on him. He's probably my favorite out of the 4 Suns pieces, the 4 stars to take the under, because Paul's he can have 12 plus assists, and that will make it difficult for him to hit the under. But I really like Ayton under, Durant over. You could take Booker over as well if you wanted to. But those are 4 props that I like. Looking at over rebounds, you can take over 3.5 boards on Malcolm Brogdon. He comes off the bench, but he can still play in the mid-20s in minutes, maybe a little bit more. Derek White was red hot shooting-wise, so he played a ton of minutes for them. But he's going to be him, Smart, and White. They're going to be kind of rotating with those guard minutes. So only 3.5 boards against a Hawks team that does like to play fast. There should be a lot of shots going up. Maybe some missed shots. Celtics play good defensively. So I like that one. And then Looking at some other guys that you could look to would be, maybe taking the over on Brunson's points. Don't hate that, but let me go ahead and fill in this. Taking more, everybody more except for DeAndre Ayton right now. And the last piece, I'm going back to the Clippers, and we saw Norman Powell with how well Eric Gordon got off to the game. He had like 10 quick points, so he played over 30 minutes, and Powell didn't see a ton of minutes, but if Gordon gets off to a slower start or if Batum isn't doing much, you're going to see Powell get those minutes. And at just 19.5 PRA, a guy that could get hot and score 20 points, even if he does come off the bench again, which he probably will because he won game 1. But he can still get those 20 points. He's still going to give you some rebounds, can give you some assists as well. And heading into the series, he was playing really well. So I like the number on him at just 19.5 instead of going with Eric Gordon, who has been, that was one of his best games. And his number's at 13.5 points, and Powell is at 14.5. I'd still side with Powell given the history. But those are 6 props I like for today. Mitchell over points, Durant over PRA, Westbrook over fantasy, Ayton under PRA, Brogdon over rebounds, and Powell over PRA. So thank you for watching. Let me know other props that you guys like in the comments. Best of luck, and I will catch you all next time.